Hi everyone, it's Penny Black and Jill Foster here to reveal our new Flower of the Month kit starter and just a review why a monthly kit starter. Research shows that this novelty can keep us interested and inspired. So each month we're bringing you a new kit starter just consisting of 2 stamp sets that can keep you engaged and active in your hobby without overspending or have too many choices when sitting down to craft. Our kit starter is really flexible. You can mix and match this with your stash, and in this video we're going to use the same formula we've been using each month to build a kit using previously released never going out of style Penny Black supplies. You can build up your stash with these supplies, pick and choose from them to add to your Flower of the Month kit starter, or use the kit building formula with your stash. And then finally, our kit starter is commitment free, so it doesn't require any long-term commitment or yearly sign up, and you can see what the new Flower of the Month kit starter stamps are each month when we introduce them, and then decide if you'd like to purchase. It's just month to month floral fun and inspiration. And as you can see, this month is all about the poinsettia. So it is Christmas in July. Now Penny Black has lots more new Christmas stamps and dies and products coming out in the future, but this is a great way to kind of dip your toes in to the Christmas in July, get a head start on your Christmas cards without it being overwhelming. So this is the poinsettia stamp set for this month. And then the holder that we have for our stamps is actually a present this month. Now you'll notice the present doesn't have anything holiday, so you can mix and match that with previous stamps from the Flower of the Month kit starter. So here's a look at each of these. I think this is such an essential stamp for holiday creating. You've got the poinsettia, the little pieces that go with it. I love it, that sort of plaid that goes with it, and the poinsettia and the present mix and match perfectly together. And like I said, that present can be used with for any occasion, any gift giving occasion. These also have the cutout dies available and bundle pricing. So I'll list everything for you down in the YouTube description box below. So each month I like to share with you what's in my kit and how I chose it. So you can mix and match from your new and old to build your kit if you want to along. So I use the same formula every month. I look for a background die. This month I'm using our double frames. An embossing folder. This month I'm using Dash Design. A die cut sentiment. This month I'm using Jumbo Joy. It works perfectly to replace the O with the poinsettia. I'm also I look for die cut flowers, and this time it's Festive Finesse, so some sort of holiday sprigs. And then for my die cut holder, I'm going with a tag this month because I love to make homemade Christmas tags for gifts. So let's look at each of these. This is the double frames die. This is that dashed design embossing folder. I love this design. It can be used any time of year, but it just has a special look when you put it with Christmas. Here is Jumbo Joy, and like I said, that poinsettia works perfect if you want to replace the O in that word. This is the Festive Finesse. This is a really handy die cut. You can trim apart little pieces. You could have it hanging down here from the present. I use some on a nearly 1-layer card. I'll show you lots of ideas for this. This is from the Do Not Open tag set. Now that tag set has lots of really great things you can make with it. I just use it basically to make tags. It's a great fit with this poinsettia. Now, the essentials, I bring these through each month, month to month, and I always have these sitting on my desk. Now, this month I only used one of my essentials, but I still wanted to show them here. This month I used the posted and the posted cutout on several of the cards. I didn't use any butterflies, and I actually didn't end up using the stencil set, which I usually use a lot. Now, here is a special sneak peek. We mentioned once before that Penny Black is going to be coming out with some liquid watercolor inks. There've been a little bit of a delay to the release of those, but I wanted to give you a peek here at the colors I use to paint all of these cards, and also just show me painting these in. So these are the colors, just a little sneak peek that I will be using in today's video. But this painting technique you can use with other paints. I just love, love, love these gorgeous colors. And make sure you're subscribed here to our channel because soon we will be releasing these inks, lots of videos so you can learn to paint with them and paint along with me. They have just transformed painting for me, which I love them so much. So anyways, though, I still wanted to give you a little peek at these in action and some painting with this stamp set. So I've stamped here onto Canson 140-pound watercolor paper with Memento Toffee Crunch ink. I painted that in sort of that back layer in using the Cardinal, and here I'm grabbing the wine color just to darken up that sort of shadow area behind. So if you were doing these with markers, you could use that same sort of coloring or shading location. Same with watercolors or colored pencils. That's why I wanted to be sure to show this for you because I find this poinsettia stamp is really great for coloring in. You get this nice layered look quite easily. It's easy to spot kind of where to put the darks and where to put the lights. So these kind of petals that would be behind the others is where I'm putting that darker shadow, especially towards the center of the flower. Then you'll see that there are these petals that are kind of sitting up more near the top. So I'm going to pull in some of our peach color and a little bit of Cardinal and mix those together while it's both wet on the top. And that is going to then have these petals look like they're really popping off. So you get this great dimension just on one flat stamped image. And I think that this is such a versatile stamp for holiday creating. And like I said before, what a great way to just kind of dip your toes into some Christmas in July. If you like to work ahead, you could do your start some cards, or maybe you just want to focus on your tags. I'm also going to show you a fun sort of mini card or mini tag you can do with a present in this Flower of the Month kit starter. So be sure you stay tuned. I'll show you that part during the card gallery at the end of the video. So make sure you check that out too. It's a really fun, just simple thing you can do to make a hinged present shaped card. So as you can see, I'm just mixing those two colors right on the top. They mix so beautifully. Again, lots more coming on these inks very soon, but this will give you an idea of where to put lights and darks to create a beautiful poinsettia. I'm just pulling in a touch of Zinnia for the center of the flowers, a little bit of butter. And then I'm just going to paint in, these are the sprigs that come as part of the stamp set as well. So I love that you get these little pieces. These add so much when you are sort of layering things up, and with the cutout dies, you can just stamp a lot of these ahead or in advance and just cut out several, color them all in, cut out several, and you can make so many different arrangements with these little items. They're handy to have even just sitting on a tray when you are making your holiday cards. So just really easy to paint in. I'm going to dry those and then just paint on the stems. There you go, and that will be just beautiful, so simple and quick to do. You could imagine just assembly line stamping a whole bunch of these, several poinsettias, and having those just stamped and cut out and move forward then with the other items from your kit. It's a really fun way to create. So this is that present, so I'm just going to show a little portion of painting this in. You'll notice in the card samples you could do this in any color that you would like, and these Flower of the Month kit starter sets are made to mix and match. So if you wanted to give this birthday colors, you could totally do birthday colors. You could put it with floral, like the lilac sprigs would look so pretty hanging down in the front of this to make this a birthday or an anniversary, or even for a wedding card. You could stamp and emboss this in gold if you wanted something really elegant. So I love that this present doesn't have any holiday elements on it, making it really versatile. So I sort of painted that background. And another little tip, I love pulling in some sort of teal or turquoise onto my Christmas cards. I think it makes the traditional colors of red and green just like add some life to them. So that's another little tip if you want to give that a try on your cards. Doesn't matter what medium you're using, even if it's your cardstock, a little touch of turquoise is really quite fun, especially too if you're making lots of holiday cards. Make a few with some turquoise. It still has a traditional feel, but just breathes a little life into that. So I'm just going to paint in the bow here. Nothing too difficult to do. I just do that inner part a little bit darker and then this lighter. And I will put a link to a video down below that explains my painting technique in more detail. So while this features the gorgeous colors of our new inks coming soon, my painting technique is typically the same. And so I'll put a link to that down below. So now let's pull all this together. We've made our kit, we have our kit starter, we've done our painting. Here are some card ideas featuring this kit. Now this first card is a 5x7 inch card. All the rest are standard size cards unless it's the tags or the present shaped card. And here you can see I've pulled in those frames. I love that plaid, subtle plaid background stamping that you can get that is a part of this kit starter. Here is a nearly 1 layer card with the poinsettias stamped on a panel, but I did pull in from the Festive Finesse some berries and some branches and just glued them on the panel. The embossing folder there is on the side. Now here I've added the present inside of those frames. I've used a portion of the poinsettia at the top and tucked in some of that Festive Finesse die cut pieces. Again, you can paint those and just trim them apart to put wherever you like. Here is this on the posted. I love making these posted cards. I don't think I'll ever stop. But you can see down at the bottom that subtle tone-on-tone plaid stamping, the embossing folder in the background. Now here are the tags that I mentioned. So this is the Do Not Open tag set, one portion of it, and great size with these poinsettias. Just a nice little size for adding to gifts, a special handmade touch. Here is that Jumbo Joy, and so you can see that poinsettia looks so beautiful right there in the center with those little sprigs that come with the set. Embossing folder down at the bottom. Now here are the little mini cards with the presents. So you can see the poinsettia fits right on top of the present, or you can do the sprigs at the top. But you can make a little hinged present, and this is a great size for this. And so what I did, just die cut that cutout an extra time and score it about 1 inch from the top. Then just put a little bit of glue, some liquid adhesive up at the just above the scored line. Then put your finished panel on top. It will only adhere at the top and you'll have a nice little hinged present shaped card or tag that you can use for your gifts. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please be patient with me on showing the new inks. I just had to share them with you, a little sneak peek. And everything will be listed and linked for you down in the YouTube description box below. Make sure that you're subscribed so you are updated on all future Flower of the Months that are released and also our upcoming release of our inks. Happy stamping!